Hey everyone, I'm Ingrid Ahumada.
Hello, folks. I'm Rick Meekins.
Join us for the next half hour on Epiphany Off the Cuff, where we will discuss what's going on in the entrepreneur community.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 11 of Epiphany Off the Cuff. My name is Rick Meekins. I'm here with my lovely co-host, Ingrid Ahumada. Ingrid, how are you doing today?
Hey, Rick, I'm really happy to be back here. I'm really happy to be here recording this new episode of the year.
Right. Episode 11, first one of 2021. Milestone, of course.
Exactly. That's a line. Once and once.
Cool. Well, I'm noticing your hoodie there, and I'm seeing it looks like it's brand new with a cool little logo there. Tell me about that. What's going on there?
Well, this is part of our new year, new beginnings, even new decade. I don't know if all of you people have seen all the noise that we were doing, because we launched our new brand, and this is our new logo.
Mm-hmm.
If you can see, it's star. We have a horizon, right? Kind of the horizon over here, and we have the star on top that is kind of leading, right? If it's showing the north. So that's the concept behind. We are really proud of it because it actually shows what we want to express, like kind of guiding north, trying to guide north for our clients. So these are our new horizons. New horizons, exactly.
Awesome. This was quite the project too. I know that, we started this process, in August, September, something like that.
I think, yeah.
And it was quite the process. I mean, to be honest with you, I had the company for 15 years, I had the same logo and, all that good stuff for 15 years. And it's like, you come up with the idea, say, hey, let's rebrand the company. And I'm like, okay, it sounds great. And then, I get into the process and I find that it's like, okay, things are changing. I'm not ready for this, and I'm seeing things, colors and stuff like that. And I just had to, I would say I would have to push back, but I think that after I realized, pretty quickly after getting into this, that I was too close. I was too close to the original logo, and I feel like I'm a person that says, okay, I'm good with change, but I was getting in the way of change.
Okay. You were attached.
I think it may be my age. At my age, we just this is where it goes, and that's where it belongs, and forget about it.
So you think it was kind of being attached to it?
I was used to it. It was familiar.
Okay.
It was familiar. Yeah. I wasn't ready, and that's why I stepped back and said, you guys just take it.
Yeah, I don't know if I may be mistaken, Rick, and just correct me if I am wrong, but I think that
wrong?
changed.
Really, Ingrid? Are you ever wrong? Seriously?
A lot of times. but I think that change started like maybe on your 2018 or 2019, and then the last year, like a lot of things changed, and then 2020 hit as to most of people, but 2020 hit with all these challenges and changes as well.
Oh yeah.
So I think like that push you and push us. Push us like the company to, hey, you need to change and just do it and continue with this, flow with it.
Yeah. That's interesting. That's a remarkable observation. Because 2020 was rough. Not just with the pandemic, but the first half of the year. With business, it was tough. It was a real challenge. And so, the change, organization-wide, changing the brand, it just makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. And, I think one of the other things it does for me is it kind of reinforces what we do and why we do it. I liked, like I said before, I liked the old logo, with the star, but I think that this one with the idea, with the horizon, with the star. I like that more. I feel like and I really connect to that. I feel like as far as where we're going, we're always pursuing those horizons, and then at the same time, we're always pushing our clients in the same way. We're saying, hey, you can go a little bit further. Come on, let's just push this envelope just a little bit. Let's get a little bit beyond, what other people are doing. Let's not get focused on that. Let's not be limited to what we're seeing other people do, but let's find some new ways. Let's create some new paths. And so, and I hope it has the same effect on the team. I mean, the team, gave really good feedback on the logo and everything as well.
Yeah, and now that you were mentioning like 15 years, if you think about it, it's more than a decade. Is a decade and a half, and the last decade was like peaks, of growth, on overload on information, on things change. I mean, in the world. I mean, in the business world. Sure. And of course, this was this was like part of following that change as well, and going with the world and the industry. I think the team connected with the new brand. Is modern, is vibrant. It still has a star, because I wanted to highlight that it still has the concept behind the original concept when when you started.
Yeah.
So one of the designer embraced that and took that from it. And I think, people definitely connect. Now the challenge is to make the clients connect with it as well. Sure. We already changed the website. We also changed the website. We changed the structure and the ways that we offer the clients. The essence is the same. The passion is the same. Where the commitment is more than the same, but now maybe we also structure our services. We kind of think in positive and think on solutions kind of thinking. I mean, those things that are really important, like the framework, right? Mm-hmm. It's not only visual, but it's really deep, the change as well.
Mm-hmm. 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 So, I mean, for us, I mean, we talk about change. We talk about this rebranding, I guess, on a, we talked about it in terms of, the change in the appearance. We talked about it in terms of, our internal, the way that we're working. It's that renewal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you feel like that's like a common thing that a lot of businesses go through with rebranding, or is rebranding for, I'll ask the question. I mean, is our experience unique to us, or is this something that businesses would expect, in redressing their brand, so to speak?
I think you just created a point of debate that can be point of conversation with all the followers, and I would love to hear from more people, and maybe just engage with them here in the episodes. I think we're having also a good list of guests for this year, but that's a great question, Rick, because as I was saying, it's more than visual, right? Like the changes that we try to express visually what was actually happening on the back. Right, exactly. What was happening deeply. So, and I think that my answer, like my personal opinion to your question, is definitely yes. It's like when a person, for example, when someone changed, let's say, I have a friend that just got divorced, for example, and he did this. He did he threw up everything on his closet, like clothing, underwear, everything, on everything. When I say everything, it's like all closet, new closet. He moved away from another place. He let the hair grow a little bit, so he changed the look. So it's like changing, renewing, changing the closet, change it from the front. So it's
they're in lovely Miami. Go ahead and say it. Spit it out. The weather's beautiful. It's 80 degrees.
Miami.
Sometimes birds go flying by. We get it.
Exactly. It's wonderful, warm, really. Yeah. So sad that it's gonna provoke this envy to you. I know. So yes.
I have hope. I have hope.
That's important. That's important. Yeah. At least you have hope. So yes, I mean it's like from the front, like from the visual type of view, and also deep. It's kind of, if we are going to change, let's do it in 360 degrees.
Yeah.
Let's do it visually. Let's try to express what we are feeling. Let's try to express what we are doing. Let's try to express what we want to become as well. Because when you change, your aspirations and your expectations changes as well.
Yeah.
So now to your previous point is, okay, we changed internally, we changed and everything, we grew in 2020, we grew, and then we want to go for more. We became global officially. Right. I think you already had the company was global, but now officially we are trying to formalize that concept, that idea, right. And just trying to also make it look like it the way it is.
Right. Exactly. One of the important things, that I really appreciated that we did was really getting the team involved, because we have a branding team, as part of our company. I mean, we're obviously able to develop the logo and the colors and, the website and that sort of thing internally, which was truly a blessing. But now with 25 people on our team, we wanted them obviously to embrace, the logo and to be part of the change. And, and so it was a really cool situation where we all got together, on Zoom, all over the world. We had people on four different continents, all got together at the same time. And, we presented the logo, we talked about how we felt about it. We talked about, a number of different things and really made an effort to get people engaged, in this process. And, this is something that I feel really helps everyone not only to feel, to embrace that change, but also to feel like they're part, of the organization. And that's something that's really critical, at least for me, as we lead the organization. This was, one of the things that I said to the team is that, let's not look at this as, my company. I look at it as, this is the company that I started. This is our company, as a group, and we all have responsibility. We all have, a commitment to making it grow, to making it work, for us, for our families, for our clients' families, for our communities. This was big, and this was something that is forever gonna live in my mind. This is gonna be one of those quote unquote fond memories. I was really excited about the website though. That is if you get a chance to see the website, Aepiphanni.com. Ingrid and the design and development team did an amazing job. I mean, it's a very different feel and presentation to the work that we do. Ideally, we want to make sure that people are able to find the information that they're looking for. So, we've got, lots of resources. Of course, you can see other episodes of Off the Cuff. We've got a blog post there. And, hopefully we're looking forward to adding some other information there as well. You can see more about our marketing company, Converge, which is, really in the it's a little baby now. Is that what we call it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and we do a number of services through there, and you can learn more about WisBooks, our financial management company. But I mean, the bigger picture of this is being able to present a unified brand, and again, with our goal of being able to provide the most inclusive set of products and services for small businesses. I mean, this is really becoming a reality. As Ingrid was saying, I mean, we're a global company now. We have another office, or we have another location in South America at this point, and we're looking at going to other places. And so as entrepreneurs, we're looking at opportunities. We're looking at new ways to expand. We're looking at really in a lot of ways, just I don't know, making it okay. For other people to say, hey, let's go and do this. Just jump in, just, take the risk. I mean, it's all there. It's a story. I mean, would you agree with that, Ingrid?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's that, yeah, definitely. And we, as we were saying, it's like we grouped, right, all the companies and activities that we were doing, and we just tried to shape them and we gave a frame, right, that makes sense. That makes sense to what we were doing and to make sense to what we want to do. So it's kind of, okay, organizing what we have, but at the same time, leaving the base for developing the vision and the purpose.
For sure.
The purpose that we have, right? I think it's that. So now they were talking, I was thinking, like, to your point of clients, I think a lot of companies did change as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? It's kind of, okay, now I change, now I go to my personal stylist to make up my new closet, and make up my new look. It's just trying to like to stamp and to officialize that. But it's that change. So the question is, okay, do you think maybe companies are going to just start considering changing more of it, like changing industries, even that people are just decided to go for their passion, their purpose, and just like, hey, maybe we offer this X service and now we want to completely switch and just offer Y, right? Y or Z.
Yeah.
So do you think that happened a lot? Have you heard?
I think it's got. I think in a lot of cases it's got to happen. I mean, we can talk about several clients that had to, they had to come in, they had to regroup because business is being done differently. I mean, when you consider the limitations, that the pandemic caused, it's like, okay, we can't go out and do things in the way that we traditionally did them. We have to find new ways. We have to find new avenues. We have to look at, what are our current skill sets and how can we leverage them in order to continue to do business? You know what I'm saying? I mean, these folks, I mean, they go into business, and that's one of the things that I try never to forget is, we go into business as entrepreneurs, meaning that, we see an opportunity, we find an opportunity, we create an opportunity, and we pursue it. And so even though the marketplace has changed, or when the marketplace changed, because change is always going to happen, we've got to maintain, we've got to, go again and pull it, pull that mindset, back to the forefront. If that's something that, we kind of let lay a little bit and say, okay, how can we do this? How can we make this happen? How can we make this work? The drive that we've always had every day to get up in the morning and make it happen, it doesn't change. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to write us a paycheck. This is exactly.
It transforms, but it doesn't change.
Exactly. And so, and to your point, I mean, I think that the rebranding again. I mean, it kind of accentuates that corner that we've turned around as a company. It's like, okay, we've changed, we've evolved internally. Let's put an exclamation point on that. Let's show everybody else that we've changed. Let's wear that brand very, very proudly. And so I'm really excited about the sweaters. I've got to tell you, it's nice. It's very, very nice. But I mean, it really makes it real, if you will. It makes it something that it makes it tangible. One of our clients actually demanded a sweater, which was fine, but it was just like he immediately gravitated towards the look, and it felt really good. It felt really, really good to be part of this process.
Is it maybe a message that we just should be selling clothing now?
Well, we do.
Hey, listener, if you are considering, if you do clothing, just contact us and we can partner.
Absolutely.
We just created new designs.
We're actually coming out. You don't even know this. We're actually coming out with a hat.
Exactly.
Next week, so we'll have the new upgraded hoodie and the hat is going to be available in the next week. But yeah, this process has been fun. It has been difficult, and I got to tell you, it was tough, initially, just looking at looking at the change, from the logo perspective, and looking at the different colors, and it wasn't what I was used to, but, being able to step back and let you guys take charge and make that happen. I mean, I'm so pleased, with the end product. I'm absolutely thrilled with what you guys have done, and I'm very thankful, that you guys, did take charge and say, Rick, get out of the way, shut up, go away. Your ideas are stupid, just sit out. And I can take that, and I can handle that. So.
But you know what? Yeah, I'm good that you did that. but not in a good way, because it's kind of, I don't know, how do you say that saying in English? It's like you don't get, if you're a doctor, you don't do your surgery yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
You don't attend yourself. I mean, you don't go to make an appointment to yourself, like through a mirror. Hey, I'm gonna run this formula for you. I mean, that doesn't happen. No. So when you do this, it's tough, because when, for example, for me, and I just started my new account, and I am doing good, not doing great, but I'm doing good. I'm doing the best I can. I just took the step, like, okay, I am advising people on how to deliver marketing tactics, and I am not doing that with me. How is that? I mean, that doesn't speak well, on what I should be doing. So I just started. But it's because it happens to me when I give the other advice people, or I suggest and I create things, I am doing great for others, but I don't do it the same. I am not doing the same work for myself. Yeah. So it's like, okay, we do consulting, we advise business, but we need, or in this case, we build websites. In this case, just we are gonna just let the experts, in this case, this UX design and UI design was like absolutely great. Because I think that the trend is that we get them like kind of, we don't give an objective view. So we, like, for example, you were saying you were used to your star, to your colors. So if you ask them, okay, let's remain with these colors and everything, they are not gonna be that inspired, or they are not gonna be that free to create what they would like to see. It's better to maybe create a lot of things and be free to create a lot of options and scenarios, and then we just narrow down to the ones that connect with our purpose. Yeah. So I think that happens a lot, but we should do that. Like we just need to let experts work on their on their strength. So thank you, Juana.
Yes, thank you, Juana. Thank you, Juana.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful job with that. Yeah, I'd really love to hear about some other people, that are going through, rebranding exercises, whether it's as simple as, doing a logo and colors, or, getting into the messaging and, brand pillars and that sort of thing. It's certainly a journey, and I know we've taken some people through that. I'd love to hear other people's experience and feedback, and the reason for it. I think that it's a great story. It's a turning point. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. So I'd love to hear some stories. Maybe through Instagram, or just
let's do that. Let's activate that. And also, just to do a short recap, Rick, what do you think it would be your advice or your suggestions for companies that are going through these processes of transformation or changes in their core business, in their teams, in their way of doing things, in their, in everything, in all the areas of the business?
I always say to people, try to involve your team in the change process. But I think that as leaders, we have the responsibility to instill vision, where we're going, a path to the direction the company needs to be going in. We need to instill those values, make sure that the way that we do business is the way that we want to do business. I think that we have to talk about the mission, why we're here and the purpose that we're here for. And with structure in place, and you always hear me talk about structure when I speak, with structure in place, then we can give people a little, that direction that they need to be able to contribute effectively. There's contributions or stuff that's all over the place. Hey, we should, build rockets to go to Mars, but then there's structure. Hey, what we do is we help build extraordinary companies. I believe that is a critical part of business transformation, no matter what that transformation is going to look like. Now, that transformation doesn't mean that everyone is going to necessarily be aligned with where you're going. You have to be okay with that, because not everybody is going to be aligned with everything that you're doing. And again, you have to be okay with that. And, to whatever extent they have to be okay with that. The last thing I would say two more things. I would say it's really important to go through the process. It's a process, it's work, it takes time. It may not be right the first time it comes out of the gate. You look at, mobile phones, the first phones that came out 15 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever, are not what we have today. Even though there's still iPhones and Galaxy phones and that sort of thing, they continue to evolve. And so as you're going through transformation may not be a straight line. Transformation is a journey. It's not a sprint. It's not something that you do overnight. I had this course called philosophy of strategy or something like that. And the thinking about it was that when we do strategy, perhaps from an operational level or a business ops level, we say, okay, we're going to do this, boom, we flip the switch, and then change is happening. But the reality is people don't change that quickly. People change on a curve kind of like this, where changes happen like this. And so we have to be prepared to go through that journey with them so that they are adapting to change. We are considerate of their journey along with the journey with the rest of the organization. That's what I have to say about that.
Great. That's great. That's great. And thank you, because we definitely are going to activate these on socials and our channels. I think this is right the moment to do this. And we definitely would love to hear more from our listeners.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what we should do, Ingrid? I think we should give away maybe 2 of those fancy sweaters you got there. What do you think?
That sounds like a good idea.
So maybe some folks can send in some of their new brand ideas, logos and stuff like that. And, maybe we'll pick one. We'll pick a couple of them. We'll send them sweaters. What do you say, the next 2 to 3 weeks, something like that?
Awesome. Yeah. And we can bring it to a show.
Oh, that'd be perfect. That'd be perfect.
Yeah,
all right,
that would be great. And to know really in depth to understand their story.
Yeah. So we want to hear your rebranding story. We want to hear about how your team went through it, or how you and your team went through it, the ups and downs, the pitfalls, the opportunities, and most importantly, why you did it. What exactly led you to saying, hey, we need to rebrand our company. And I hope it's a great story. And again, It's a great story. We'll give you a sweater. We'll bring you on the show. We'd love to have you.
Awesome. Let's do that. And thank you, Rick. I am more than happy to start this journey as well, for this 2021 with our Off the Cuff. There are going to be also a lot of new things on our show, right? Yep. A new guest. So thank you for this, Rick. Thank you for the space, for having me here. And I think we just see you in the next time, right?
Yes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for listening or for watching, for joining us on Off the Cuff. We really enjoy doing this show. We look forward to seeing you guys a lot more in 2021. Want to connect with you. Feel free to connect with us on social. We're on Instagram, Facebook. Where else are we? LinkedIn. Of course, on iHeart, YouTube. So we're trying to be all over the place, wherever you're going to be. So we look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.
Have a good one. Bye. Well, everyone, thanks for listening to the show. We hope that you've enjoyed it.
We would love to hear your feedback or review. If you loved it, drop us a line. Let us know what business topics are on your mind. we'll make sure to talk about it in an upcoming episode.
If you have any questions or you would like to be featured on the show, message us on social. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Aepiphanni. We'd love to hear from you.
Thanks again for listening. We look forward to seeing you next time on Epiphany Off the Cuff.